Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the ABCs of Bad Movies. We are here today with Alex and Hefe.
Hi.
This is a show where we watch bad movies, do some commentary, answer some shit, and have a good time and drink some beer.
Yeah, drinking beer is the reason I'm here. So.
Well, it's a good time.
What do I have to answer?
I don't know. Whatever you want.
All right.
You have to answer
fine.
to your beer.
Okay. Hello.
We got some trivia. And folks, don't forget that you can watch us live on Twitch every Friday or most Fridays. To be fully in touch with us, go ahead to Discord and add our channel, which you can find also on Twitch.
He's plugging our stuff. He's plugging our socials. Yeah.
Getting that plug.
Yeah, get it done out of the way first. What'd you give me?
So tonight, our first beer I know last podcast was our Back from Summer podcast, but it was your movie, so I didn't get the drinks. But while we were gone, Paul and I went into Austria and to Germany, and I got this novelty Bierstein.
That's lovely. It says
from Munich.
It says Deutschland on it.
Yep, it's got all the cities.
What's it say on the bottom?
Freiheit. And Recht und Freiheit.
Sinnigkeit und Recht und
Freiheit.
Freiheit. I assume Freiheit means freedom.
I don't know, probably. But anyways, it's cool. Deutschland.
Yeah.
And I got the there is a bottle version of the Bierstein, which Alex is
There's my little cap there. Hello.
It's cute. And a little brief history. Do you know why there were Biersteins invented?
They would leave them at the bars. I know that.
Yeah, do you know
Why the top was invented?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It goes back to some sad old days of the Black Plague.
Oh, you didn't want anyone coughing.
You covered your beer so that things wouldn't get in your beer.
And then it never died. That would explain it because even on the tiny one, whenever you use one, it like hits you in the face.
Well, that's just obnoxious. When you got this one, it's not a big deal. Like
You're not
you
claustrophobic.
can get it. It's a little.
Before I take a sip of this, I'd like to point out you got us some Hoegaarden.
Yep, we drank a lot of that.
A buddy of mine in college, it was his go-to beer, and he'd always offer it to me, and I go, no thanks, because it tastes like bananas. And you're gonna see my face after I drink this banana beer right now. Let's see. It
does taste a little. Well, I wouldn't. It's like the banana flavoring. That's not real banana. Like, it's not the bananas you eat anymore because the whole
They're
banana
extinct.
genocide.
Yeah. Maybe my palate's died off a little bit.
I'll tell you what.
It doesn't. There it is.
While we were, it's the after.
Found it.
While we were there, if you just ask, normally here in the United States, if you're older than 21, you can go order yourself a beer, but usually you have to specify what beer. You can't just be like, I want a beer, and they bring you a beer.
Well, if you go to a bar anywhere, I feel like you say what kind of beer you want.
Right. So when you go, for example, to Europe, especially like Spain, when we were over there in Austria and in Germany, if you just ask for, hey, I want a beer, they just give you their local tap. What's on tap?
Oh, cool.
Which is usually like in Spain, it's the beer that we also had on stream. Over there, it's mostly Hoegaarden.
Okay.
So when we were out, we'd ask and they just bring us.
What's your beer? You drank a lot of Hoegaarden.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's not as bad as I remember it.
But what I was getting at is over there on draft, not as banana taste. Much better.
I bet too.
Much more refreshing, I'd say.
Okay. I've got to go over there then. I got to take my boat.
I just swim. Just take the jet ski.
Just jet ski on down.
If you hitch a ride with Dorian on a kite, you'll probably get there.
Okay. Yeah. Ride those winds.
Yeah, just parasail it.
Just laugh at Poseidon.
That'd be good. Even better, I think, if you do windsurfing over there, you'll make it. I mean, that's how all the sailors came over here.
That's how all the sailors got to Germany.
With wind.
In the good old days, they would wind sail in.
So, enough about this. Tonight, so the premise of our show, ABC's of Bad Movies, right? We watch movies, alphabetical order. They're all terrible. I'd say we strive for less than 5.5 on IMDb, minimum.
Yeah, or hearsay.
Yeah, or we heard this is a terrible movie.
Like word of mouth.
Yeah. So, tonight, we are on the letter U. We are slowly wrapping up season 1. And we started in January?
Yeah, we're almost done.
So tonight we had a choice, and we picked Ultraviolet. This one I actually asked some of the guys I play with Xbox with, And they came up
some
with
guys
two
you
movies.
play with. Yeah,
They came up with two movies.
Yeah.
This is one of them. And ironically, I literally, like this past week or something like that, real recently, I watched a YouTube video, which will be part of trivia, so I can't give it away. But I watched a video, and this was referenced in that video. Like, this was done in that video.
Oh, cool.
They talked about it. So
all right.
I immediately recognized it. Do you want me to tell you what our secondary was?
Yeah, go ahead.
Our secondary one was Urban Legends Bloody Mary.
Oh, man. If you had told me the titles of both those, I would have totally picked that one. But
No, you wouldn't.
that's because it sounds really bad.
I am glad we picked this one, though. What are you doing? Just mainly because the quality is better, like the movie quality.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's do this. This is Ultraviolet. We're about to start here. And if you're watching live on Twitch, welcome. We're going to watch this movie entirely, and then we're going to talk and chat about it. If you got something to say it. You can ask us anything.
Within reason.
Within reason. Or just
not.
ask it, and we'll be
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to answer that, you dumbass. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's watch Ultraviolet.
Let's do it. It's Ultraviolet. It's, hang on. It's directed by Kurt Wimmer, and it stars Mila Jovovich and Cameron Bright and Nick Chinlund.
Nice. Let's do it. Ready?
This looks terrible. That looks really bad. Was she just wearing a green screen for hair? Wow.
This is some,
It's someone's sexual fantasy.
some mad BDS.
Oh my god. What if you're not like a superhuman?
That's a lot of blood.
What
That's
if
like
you-
a fucking quarter-inch pipe.
They were stabbing her in the eyeballs. Remove all clothes. Oh, it's her butt.
This is a partial nudity.
Ultraviolet. Oh, with the porn guitar too. Come on, guys. We can do better than that. This is a cartoon. That's a cartoon. That was a cartoon.
Whoa, helicopter!
She's on the side.
Is she driving sideways or up?
She's driving sideways. Now she's driving up. Oh no.
It's so shaky.
That was the shot where they ran out of money.
No.
This kid's been outside of a guitar case for 2 minutes and has watched 20 Chinese people get shot. What is this? Why the fuck was the kid on the fucking ledge? This makes no sense. Jeff, do you understand what's happening? Is she just firing randomly at stuff now? What is the nose filter about?
Because it's antivirus pathogens, I guess.
But he's opening his mouth, and he's got eyeballs and ear holes, and a dick hole and a butthole.
You got lots of holes.
And it spreads just by skin contact with blood.
So it's AIDS.
That's not how tracking devices work. We've got to move before it locks on, the tracking device that's inside you. It's locked on at all times. It's literally in you.
Unless you jam it or are in a Faraday cage.
Stick them in a Faraday cage. Oh, that's
Oh.
how she hides as she zips up.
We're looking for
We're looking for a
girl
woman with a midriff. Oh,
Oh,
no,
she's
it's
still
still
got
there. It's always unzipped. Can't be her. Hers is zipped.
You are just running in the opposite direction of people. Now you're running in the opposite direction of people the other way.
That dude's Asian? He's got dreadlocks.
Wait, really?
She just cut off like 12 fucking heads at the same fucking time. That was ridiculous.
I think we need a drink for that.
Oh my god. You can't eliminate your sub boss this fast and expect me to take anything seriously. She literally decapitated 12 people at once. You can't do that.
Your manciples.
What the fuck is a manciple?
It's like a disciple, but man.
She said manciple.
That doesn't make sense. That sentence didn't make any sense.
It's almost like someone who doesn't speak English wrote the movie.
I'd be so mad. What is this? What is this? What is this?
It's art. It's artsy fartsy bullshit.
What is this?
Oh, you know what this is.
Is this what the fuck is the fuck is
They
this?
the
Don't tell me
director.
this is credits.
I'm telling you that the director's an asshole. Is what I'm saying.
They just had a huge scene, and now they're at a merry-go-round.
Did they legitimately give up on trying to save him and they just went off to a park? Did they just fuck off?
Did they forget he had a tracking device in him?
It's a cartoon helicopter. Don't worry about it. What happened?
That's an emotional scene. Why aren't you crying? She's crying.
And this is very
Wow.
Game of Thrones.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. She is my Violet. She is my queen.
She's my queen.
Daxus has murdered my brothers. I'll never forget mine.
You're like me. You're just like me. A man of the Night's Watch.
Oh, I thought you were doing Egret.
You know nothing, John. Kids, this is
What?
Stop, Drop,
What?
and Roll.
What?
Did he
Did
just
she
cut her in
cut
half?
Cut
What?
cut in half. What? Can't even say it. Can't even say it. I was so shocked that he got lit on fire that I was distracted by the fact that he just got fucking cut in half.
Long ways. Look at the
Another-
black CGI smoke.
That's
Look.
That's
Look.
CGI.
Hey, it's the ABCs of Bad Movies, and today we're watching the letter U, which stands for Ubert.
What?
Ultraviolet.
Stands for Ultraviolet.
The 2006. Yeah, if you want to do fireworks. The 2006 Oscar snub, directed by Kurt Wimmer, starring Mila Jovovich, Cameron Bright, and Nick Chinlund. Wow, what a movie, huh?
I know. I actually had a decent time watching this. It was a terrible action film.
I remember when we watched Ice Cream Man, I
Yeah.
said, when the highs are high,
They're high.
yeah,
The highs are high and the lows are low.
yeah, that's
And-
what I said.
And what did you think about this one?
This time, I thought at one point, I really like this, and then it turned into I hate this, and then it turned back into I really like this a lot. So it was a weird one for me.
It was a roller
But
coaster.
it was
a little bit.
definitely a roller coaster, and it ended up me really liking it. So
Well, good. I'm glad it ended on a relative high. Relative being the key word there.
yeah, it's like when you switch from heroin to cigarettes.
Precisely. You know?
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, everyone knows. So Ultraviolet, we
For those just tuning in, or for those as a first time on the podcast, one, welcome. Two, we are now in the post-watching section of our show,
yeah.
meaning we've already watched the movie, and now we're going to kind of continue on with the podcast, and that really pertains to, we'll start out with a plot synopsis, which we'll do a 2-minute, we'll try to do a really quick one. Sometimes we kind of go on anecdotes, or we really dive into plot.
We dive into plot on the ones that we really, really like,
Yeah.
and for the ones that we don't, we'll try to brush through the plot.
I think it depends. I think it depends on how we feel.
or
'Cause
like really
sometimes
bad. If we really hate it, I feel like we go through plot a lot also.
Yeah, that, or if it was just like, wow, there's a lot, that's impossible, we're going to
Yeah.
put it, we'll try to do it. But
Or if we
anyways,
drink too much.
Yeah, we'll go through some plot, and then it comes to audience participation, which you are more than welcome to participate in. That is the trivia section, and that, for us, I think probably is one of the more fun parts, just
This is
in
the
general.
better part of the show.
And that part really, I mean, there's trivia that we pull from various
Sources,
areas.
yeah.
And sometimes it's just personal trivia, that questions that we come up with. Sometimes it's stuff that we find online. And you guys are more than welcome to jump on. If you're listening on podcast, you can watch us live on Twitch and actively participate in trivia rather than just hearing the answers straight up.
Yeah.
And to do that, you just find us on Twitch at the ABCs of Bad Movies and watch us live. You can also join our Discord to see when we're live, and that is also on our Twitch page. So you can just go to the ABCs of Bad Movies on Twitch, scroll down to the info. There's a quick link to our Discord, and you just add us in the Discord, and boom, you're there. And you can get in immediate contact with us, and we are more than happy to talk with you.
Yeah, we do
And-
talk. Get on it.
Yeah, be active. We like that. So, so let's go ahead and start with. It's time to start with plot synopsis. Baby, let's get a plot synopsis. I really want to know the plot.
Do you
I
want
think
to
that you could tell me the story, even if it's just the plot. In a synopsis-sized format. I don't like the CSV. Just give me the whole thing, please. I really want to see it now.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Every week it gets longer.
That's what she said.
All right.
What? Think about that for a second. If every week your dick got a little longer,
That's a great question. Like, by how much?
maybe it's random, but within like random between like 0 and 1 centimeters.
Here's what I'm thinking, right?
Every day, 0 to 1 centimeters random value.
Here's
0 to 10.
here's what I think. I'm gonna cut you off.
Okay.
Here's what I think. Every day that you consistently shave your pubic hair, your dick grows the length that your pubic hair would grow that day.
That day.
So if you
That
get
would
lazy,
be a constant though.
no, but if you're regularly shaving your pubic hair, then your dick's growing the length that your pubic hair would grow that day. So if you're normally clean shaven, like if you keep shaving yourself, right? Your dick's growing pubic length hair every day,
Okay.
and it doesn't stop.
Until you don't shave.
Yeah, if you stop shaving, then your dick stops growing. But if you're shaving every day, then your dick's growing hair length a day.
Well, what if you have like hair growth deficiency?
What?
I don't
People
know.
don't do.
I feel like if you shave every day though, you'd get like some serious.
Send us an email if your dick hair don't grow.
I feel like if you shaved your pubic hair every day, your razor burn would be off the charts.
Well, that's why you use like shaving cream.
Every day though?
Yeah. And just spritz a little aftershave on it afterwards. Yeah.
I feel like I don't know.
For those of you at home, spray cologne on your dick and
Cologne?
balls.
Cologne?
Aftershave.
Not cologne, please.
Aftershave
not
is
straight.
cologne.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
That's what people mean when they say aftershave.
No,
I mean cologne.
no,
Cologne is aftershave.
No.
It's the same thing.
it's not.
If you spray cologne on your fucking dick and balls, send us an email.
Eau de parfum.
We'll get you on the show. We'll talk to you.
All right, so let's do a little plot synopsis then of Ultraviolet, if we even can. It was.
Do you want to try to do a full one, or do you want to do just a 2-minute one?
Yes, I think we know what happened, but I think
All right.
we also don't really know what happened.
Okay. I'll get it started
Okay.
because I'm pretty solid
At the beginning.
at the start. Yeah. All right. This whole movie opens up with opening credits that are comic books.
Yeah.
And it introduces all the actors, and then it's like a history review of what's going on in the universe of the movie, which is there's superhumans that can easily spread their superhumanity mutations by blood contact, and normal humans started killing them, so they started the Blood Wars, which everyone remembers. And then a woman rolls up on a bicycle to a building and says, "I'm the courier picking up this package." They scan her eyes and skin and muscles and bones and DNA at the front door, and then they say, "All right, you can go in for now." And then she walks into a room that is a bunch of people in white, like hazmat suits in a
Black.
circle.
All black.
No, that was later. That was the inner sanctum.
Ah, you're right.
Before the inner sanctum, there's the people in the white hazmat suits, and they say, "Take a seat," and a bunch of spindly arms come out of the chair, and they open this courier's eyes. The courier's Mila Jovovich, by the way, so I'm just gonna call her Mila. Her name's Violet in the movie. I'm gonna call her Mila. It opens her eyes, sticks needles in her eyeballs, and then needles like probably a good centimeter at least, quarter inch, stab through both her wrists and suck blood out of her body and form a cool like biohazard pattern in the floor where there's tubing through the floor, and then she gets let into a room that's all yellow and black, like really long and clearly a green screen or CGI. And her outfit changes and her hair changes, and then she walks into a room where it's a bunch of people in a circle in all black, where it looks like they're sitting on like pylons that are sucking electricity out of their assholes. You remember that?
No, it was their weapon.
Yeah, they were like sitting on their own weapons, but it looked like they were getting fucked in the asshole by cattle prods.
Sure.
And then
it looked like they were sitting on them at least.
They pass a suitcase to her, or a briefcase.
Yeah, of sorts.
And they're like, "Make sure you deliver this. Are you okay?" And then it cuts to the outside where a woman rolls up on a bicycle,
motorcycle,
a motorbicycle, and she's like, "Oh, I'm here to pick up the thing." And they're like, "You were here 15 minutes ago. We're about to shoot you in the face." And she's like, "No, you got a mutant in your room."
They said a mite.
Which we never. That term is never used again in the movie.
And also, we never see her again in the movie.
Yeah, well, fuck it. Who gives a shit? Another woman on screen? That's going to confuse the audience. So, then they attack Mila Jovovich, who murders every security guard, and she breaks like their like armor, like it's.
And it literally looks like glass.
It looks
shattering.
like glass shattering, which I get what it's supposed to be, which is.
Wow,
she's so strong that she can shatter like bulletproof armor with her fists, but it looks like someone's breaking glass by punching you in the chest and you're wearing glass. And it looks awful, except for the way she kills people. Like she like breaks two guys' knees at the same time, and it looks kind of cool. And then she leaves with the suitcase that is also a backpack that she never uses as a backpack again. Remember
Correct.
that? It had straps.
Yeah.
And then the like leader in the building is like, "What are you even trying to do?" And she's like, "Oh, I want to kill all humans because I'm Bender from Futurama. I want to kill all humans because they suck and they made me abort my baby."
And I'm not a human. I'm a hemophage, which is what they call these mutants.
Yeah. We'll get into that later because I wrote it down. I figured out what it was. It's on the notebook. That's for random thoughts.
Good.
And then she gets away, and there's a huge motorcycle chase where her motorcycle wall rides buses on the street that are cartoon buses. It's
because
all
she
cartoons.
has anti-gravity things.
Yeah, she's able to fall up to the roof with her anti-gravity belt appliance.
Thing, yeah. With her Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium.
Yeah, it looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Artifact. Like a Millennium Falcon.
Millennium item.
Yeah, one of those that turns little Yugi into big Yugi.
Yeah.
But it makes her go upside down. And then she drives up a building and flies her motorcycle through a helicopter, killing everyone on the helicopter. And then she crashes into a building, and then she like runs
through the building.
She runs through a building, meets up with her friends who tasked her with getting this suitcase, which they're called vampires. When she meets them, and they have like fangs. It's like, okay, that's kind of weird. And on the way up to them, she realizes that the suitcase has a child in it, because there's this concept in this movie called like the plane dimension, the flat dimension or something.
Yeah.
Where it's basically you could like fit whatever in it. And there was a kid in the suitcase. So she took the kid out of the suitcase.
The reason was she was explicitly told not to open it, which... What's that term used in the movie? If you say it, then you have to like do something about it. It's not a red herring. It's a... something's law or something's...
I don't remember even saying that.
Yeah, we talked about it a while ago. It's just like, if you're going to say it, then like...
Oh, Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun. Yeah, that's right.
If it's mentioned explicitly, it's going to be used later in the plot.
So they're
it's
like...
Writing 101.
Hey, you better not open this. And she's like, I'm gonna fucking open it.
It's basically the concept of if you want to make an efficient story, everything that's mentioned is used in some capacity. So don't open the suitcase. Obviously, she's going to open the suitcase, which she does. There's a kid. She, off camera, pulls the kid out and puts a hologram of the kid in. The vampires shoot the hologram, realize it's a hologram. At this point, she's already escaped to the top 10 floors of the building, which are owned by the...
Blood Chi somethings.
The Blood Chinois, which are the Blood Chinese.
Asian.
And it was in French. Chinois, I was like, what does that mean? It probably means Chinese. Oh my god, are we going to run into Chinese vampires? And we do. She walks into a room for the third time in the movie, a circular
group of
people waiting for her. They try to shoot her, and all she does is duck a bunch of times. She never moves from her spot as they're all trying to shoot her. They could have just shot her in the leg. And they didn't. So they end up all shooting each other to death. The kid, she looks for the kid. The kid's standing on a bar that is the ledge where he could just fall off. And she's like...
great balance, I'll give him that.
And she's like, hey, help me up. I want to see the view too. And...
Psych, gotcha, bitch.
Grabs him, pulls him down. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then they run away to the bottom floor of the building. And then that's when Daxus shows up.
No,
right?
She gets in touch with someone named Garth. And she's like, it's a kid. I need you to check him out, basically. And she's like, where are you? And then she gets her location, his location. She ends up going to him, basically.
This is before they go into the subway?
I don't fucking know. I think it's all on the way there.
I'm pretty sure I think she makes the call, and then they go downstairs, and then Daxus is there. They shoot up the car that they dove into, and I said, there's no key in this car. It's a parked car.
That's right.
They shoot at the car, and then she yells at Daxus for being a terrorist and a narcissist and an egomaniac. And then he says, that kid is my son, which I think is a lie.
It's not technically a lie. Well, it technically is a lie, but it's also not technically a lie.
And then they drive away, and she shoots the hinges off the door from the inside, and then they crash into a subway entrance.
Sideways.
The door flies off, and they fly out right into a train car, and then they take a train somewhere, and they go to Garth. Garth gives her a blood transfusion. Because at the initial fight in the first building, she vomits after she fights, and then she gets a blood transfusion, and he's like, "You need one because you're about to die." So apparently, these mutants need human blood to survive,
or blood in general.
Yeah, they need blood, which is when I finally put the pieces together on what the disease name was, and it's actually
hemoglobin.
It's actually the most best part of the movie is the name of the disease. It's actually the best part, which we'll get to in Random Thoughts. But Garth also tells Mila Jovovich that the child is like super radioactive. There's like something inside the kid, and he's gonna die in like 8 hours. So we've got a ticking clock going on that.
This just in, the ABCs of Bad Movies is going to have an 8-hour podcast.
That would be fantastic if we did an 8-hour podcast. That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun for me to edit.
Next hurricane.
We'll see.
So then, she's in with Dax, and fucking Garth. And, Garth is like, he's radioactive, he's going to die in 8 hours. He's a ticking time bomb.
Yep.
Exact quote there. And she's like...
Oh, I think he said he's toast.
Yeah, he did say he's a ticking time bomb. He's toast after 8 hours. And so she's basically like, all right, well, I either have to find the cure.
I'm pointing up at her face.
Or we got to figure... Basically, I have to find a cure. That's her goal. She has to find a cure for this kid so she can save this kid's life.
That she originally did not care about. We haven't mentioned in this plot that she's openly aggressive towards this kid the whole time. She's lying to the kid. she's very mean to the kid. She threatens to kill the kid. There's a line that she says on the train.
Yes.
Where she basically says, I'm not going to read, I wrote down the line. I'm going to save that for random thoughts too. But she basically says, do what I say or I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And then she suddenly
vaguely remember
turns.
that.
Yeah, she suddenly turns to, I'm going to make sure you're okay.
So she, let's see, at this point, they're with Garth, the guy, and then Ultraviolet and the kid then go off on their own, and they find basically what the equivalent of is of a payphone in quote-unquote future, which basically it prints out this piece of paper that has buttons on it, and you like fold it in half like an old flip phone, and there's like digits on it, and you dial that person. And so she basically calls up the bad guy, Daxus, and is like, hey, you're going to get a cure for this kid or you're dead. And he's like, oh yeah, bitch, I got 700 guys. And they realize that the kid has a tracker in him. And then we're presented with the next scene. I'm pretty sure it's the next scene. Where it's Daxus, the bad guy, with standing outside his kind of evil corporation building. And there's like a bunch of henchmen with their weapons in a semicircle.
You skipped the whole vampire subplot.
What? Oh. You remember this movie much more than I do.
Daxus went to kill the vampires.
I think this is a first because I don't remember. Like, I usually remember
Yeah,
more
normally,
than you.
yeah. But I remember this.
Shit.
Daxus went to kill the vampires that Mila was originally working with. And then the vampires kill the lights because they work better in the darkness. And then the emergency lighting comes on. And all of Daxus's bodyguards are dead. And the vampires are standing behind Daxus over the dead bodies. And he's like, okay. And he just sort of walks away into a room and he cleans a coffee cup and makes himself a cup of coffee. And he's like, you think you can kill me? And he's like obsessed with being clean. So he like opens this prepackaged thing. He pulls out a gun that's already loaded. He's like, I can kill you if I want. And they're like, I don't think so. And there's 4 vampires, including the lead vampire, the only one that has had a name in this movie so far, which we don't remember. And he pops the other 3, and they, one of them holds his mouth as he dies, one of them holds his eyes as he dies, and one of them holds his ears as he dies. And I went, why are they doing the 3 evil monkeys symbolism in this? It made no sense.
It really doesn't.
And then Daxus says, let's have a chat. And then later, a little bit later on, the vampires kidnap the kid. So Mila goes to their church graveyard haven.
Yes? Question mark?
Beats the fuck out of 2 vampires with dreads because the director thought it would be cool if she could use their dreads against them, which she does, and kills them. And then she walks into a church full of vampires where they're all standing in a circle again. And they're holding the kid above a well that's inside the church for some reason. And then she says, don't drop that kid. You won't drop that kid because you need that kid. And the vampire's like, actually, this kid is meant to kill humans.
Surprise!
So you should listen to that.
Dun.
And I turned to you at that point and I said, that's a fucking lie. Either the vampire's totally on Daxus' side or Daxus just lied to the vampire. Either or. There's no way this kid is bad for humans because this dude is Daxus is obsessed with killing these mutants. So then they're like, alright, kill Mila Jovovich. And all the circle runs towards her at the same time. She pulls out a sword out of her alternate dimension, which I don't know if we mentioned that so far, but that's a thing in this movie. And she decapitates 12 people in 1 fucking second.
I don't know if it was 12, but there were certainly some heads.
There were at least 3. I saw at least 3 prop heads.
Yeah.
But there were more than 3 people charging her at that time, and they all dropped.
Yeah.
And if 3 heads went off, I have to assume every head went off. And that's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
is a woman just cutting 12 heads of vampires off all at the same time.
Just like, shing.
Yeah, it's not even like the main focus of the fight. It's the start of the fight. That's the warm-up music, is 12 decapitations at once. It's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. And then she murders a couple more vampires that were sitting in the dark, then kills the lead vampire and saves the kid. Right at the last moment, she catches the CGI rope that has CGI smoke going through her hands and stops it so the kid doesn't die. And then basically we go to the big fight with the big boss, with Draxus, which you can take that.
So she rolls up, from what we're shown, she rolls up to the headquarters, and Draxus has 700 bodyguards outside. At least,
it's obscene the amount.
Yeah, it just like continuously zooms out, and it's just like more
There's
and more
even more and more
in this half circle.
Yeah.
And so she comes in this like Tesla Model 3, and with the kid, and she gets out the car, and she's got like a sword and a pistol out, and the guy's like, "You're insane, bitch," and like just everyone starts fucking unloading, and the car just goes to shit, and apparently she survives, and Draxus comes up to her, and he's like, I don't remember what he says, but basically he tries to like punch her in the face, and it's a hologram.
Yeah, she's a hologram.
And meanwhile, she's watching from some balcony.
She's watching from the same building but above, like looking down at what's going on, and the kid turns, it's like, we can't beat them, and then it cuts to them spinning on a playground merry-go-round. Once again, circle imagery.
Yep.
Which I still don't understand. And then he dies. The kid dies.
And helicopters come and
pick up the kid and arrest
What's
her.
What's that sound? And she's like, It's the wind. Then Draxus grabs a pistol and shoots Ultraviolet, like in the chest or something.
Yeah, she's dead. She did.
And then it's kind of a hard cut to her waking up, I think. And basically, Garth, the guy who said the kid's gonna die, after hours of surgery, saved Ultraviolet's life. And Ultraviolet, she's alive, and she just kind of guesses that the kid is alive. She's like, the kid's alive. He's definitely alive. And she's gonna go try to save him. And meanwhile, Draxus, the evil guy,
lives in a giant building that looks like a cross.
Yep.
They're about to cut open the kid's brain
with a circular saw.
Yeah. And then they get a ding that someone invaded their building.
Yellow alert.
Yeah. Because she just walked in to a room that had a bunch of guards that were in a circular formation.
Well, no, they were linear towards the platform where she had to go.
Okay.
Because it was a cross scene at this
She
point.
steps into the security machine that scans her for weapons, and it can't even quantify them.
It just says
many weapons, and then it cuts back to Draxus, and it's like, oh, everyone's fucking dead.
And he's like, it's impossible.
Yeah, like a Richard Nixon from Futurama.
Yep, and it's impossible. And they're like, no, look at this video feed. Everyone's fucking dead.
So he sends everyone out to, like, fight her.
And they all fucking die.
I don't remember any action scene past that. All I remember is there's a shot of Draxus looking disappointed, and there's gunfire and violence sounds, and then they stop, and then the door opens, and it's Mila Jovovich.
I remember she said, like, you're all gonna die.
She did say that before she ever got there. She's like, I'm gonna fucking kill all of you. I don't give a fuck.
And so then, Draxus and her... she kills everyone but Draxus.
Yes.
And the boy, obviously. And then Draxus is like, watch this, bitch. I'm a fucking vampire, too. Huge plot reveal.
Yeah.
And then he blacks out. It's like they're in like this glass half dome. And I guess there's... all the ceiling tiles basically turn to block any light coming in.
It's a future. Yeah.
And so it's zero... there's zero light in here. And he's like, well, it's a shame that you only turned half vampire, because I'm a real vampire.
I'm straight up vampire. I work best in the dark.
Yeah. And she's like, what?
And then, yeah, she straight up
in the captions it says she gasps.
Yeah.
Which is the perfect "Ueh."
Yeah, so they fight in the dark, and then
they break out fire swords.
Somehow they get fire swords, or he has like a flamethrower pistol, which she then like throws her hand because meanwhile
That was before it closed.
Oh, that's right. Well,
it was before the dome closed. He tried to shoot her with a flamethrower, and her hand was cut open, so she threw blood at it, and it put out the flamethrower part, and the blood also touched his skin, which means he's now a vampire, and he's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm already a vampire, bitch. Closes all the light out. And then they're fighting with the fire swords, and then she gets the flamethrower pistol back. And
I think she steals it from him.
And it's relit now, and she lights him on fire.
And then cuts his bitch ass in half vertically.
Yeah, I mean, we were laughing so hard that she lit him on fire that we caught the last second of it, where she literally just cuts him in half with the sword while he's on fire.
Vertically.
Which is a really cool way to die. Unless it's from the reverse end, where you feel everything. Like, if you're brain first, like, you're already dead. It doesn't matter. If you're groin up, you're going to feel that shit for a bit.
Yeah. So
a mercy to Daxus. And then the movie ends?
No, she pulls the kid, and he's kind of like in like this weird like defrosted state. Almost.
Yeah, like they cryogenically froze him.
Yeah, and then he like kind of wakes up and he's like, "Hey, bitch, I'm alive! Surprise, motherfucker!" And she's just glad he's alive, and then the movie ends.
Yeah. Roll credits.
So he like survived the pathogen.
Yeah, with a weird comic book font for the end credits.
Yeah. So end of. Plot synopsis.
I think we did a pretty good job on that. That was pretty short.
You did a great job. I forgot a lot of this movie.
Normally I'm shit on plot synopsis.
Yeah, I forgot a lot of this movie.
I gotta pee again. And I'm gonna get another drink.
I'll be right after you, and the next drink you grab me, can it be one of the seltzers? I'd love to try one. I got a seltzer and some beer, and this time, and it's the seltzer brand I think is Truly. Publix today had buy two get one free, but I only bought one case. So, but I haven't had that brand Truly. I know there's like White Claw is the mainstream one right now, so love to try it. In the meantime, Publix also had Kona on buy one get one free, so we got some longboard, and I decided why not try this Gold Cliff IPA. Fantastic beer, by the way. It's got hints of pineapple in it, and it's really good. It's really good, not gonna lie. Oh shit! This is 7.2%. No wonder why I'm feeling it. This Gold Cliff is 7.2%.
That's all you gotta say.
This is some strong stuff. That is yes.
Blueberry acai.
Give me some blueberry acai, fam.
I'm gonna take the 7.2% beer.
Yeah, I cannot believe 7.2. That's decent.
It's pretty wild. No lie.
No lie. It's the vibe gonna be lit tonight.
Ra-bam bam bam.
Bada bang bang bang. Ooh, we got someone sipping on a Not Your Father's root beer. They're not bad.
I don't like root beer. I don't like the taste of root
What's
beer.
interesting about Not Your Father's root beer is that it is not like an alcoholic root beer. It's not like they took root beer and added grain alcohol to it. It's a beer to taste like root beer.
I still wouldn't drink it then.
It doesn't taste like it. It's similar to root beer, but it's not. It's also like not root beer.
No offense, I don't like anything about root beer. I think it tastes weird.
That's it. Contrary, I actually like root beer, and even better yet, do you like cream sodas?
I love cream soda.
I love me a cream soda.
That's weird. I was about to say, it seems like people are either super about root beer or super about cream soda, and they
both.
never meet in the middle.
Not gonna lie, so some childhood memories coming from cream soda. I love me some cream soda. It's good. That's some good stuff.
I like cream soda too.
All right, so now it's time for some trivia. So if you're tagging along,
I thought you were going to the bathroom.
I was, but I don't really have to go that bad. So
all right, if you haven't gone yet, then It's trivia time.
Okay, so now it's time for some trivia. It's time for some trivia.
This is when Jeff sings for
Sometimes.
5 minutes.
Sometimes, but
And
tonight I'm just more excited to get into it.
all right, let's do it. Yeah.
I'm excited for some trivia. If you're watching along or listening along, don't forget you can come watch us on Twitch live. And I've done like 4 plugs this whole episode.
You keep doing it. It's like you expect me to cut it.
I know, but
Because at the beginning I used to cut it. I guess I'll stop cutting the plugs to the Twitch stream.
yeah. So follow us on Twitch, and you can play trivia live with us, and not get the answer straight away. You can actually have some fun. So if you're watching live, awesome. Answer up some trivia questions.
Yeah, just play with a couple boys. How about that?
Or some gals. Look, okay, today I done took me my unconscious bias class today, and let me tell you, it was the biggest BS class I've ever taken. Let me bring you into this class here. Are you ready? Are you ready, listeners? Here we go.
It's gonna get cut.
I want you, if you're driving, please don't do this. But if you're just listening, please close your eyes. Imagine that you're late for a flight. Miraculously, you went through. You barely got on this plane. Right as you walk onto the plane, they're like, "We're closing the doors. You're the last one." As you walk onto this plane, the pilot comes out of his door and he says hi to you. You get to your destination. You go to this restaurant, and it's an amazing restaurant. Like, you have the best meal you've ever had. You look over and you see, wow, there's this couple. They're having their anniversary. How great is that? There's another thing that I also forgot, and I cannot remember from the unconscious bias class. But that's okay. You can open your eyes, get out of your imagination. Let me ask you this.
It's a Garvey.
Was the pilot white?
I wasn't really paying attention to it.
Was the couple a man and a man?
No.
You're racist.
The couple
Against, basically that was the class. It was like, everyone's racist and you can't do anything about it. It was like, this is dumb. Oh yeah. He goes, trivia time.
Yeah,
Can
it is trivia time.
Okay.
It's all getting cut.
So first, we'll just go right up to the first part of trivia, which is the budget game.
I love the budget game.
So I think I've been spoiled the budget, even though I didn't look on IMDb here. I think I've been spoiled it from that YouTube video from Corridor Crew that we watched.
Okay.
So
that's
I'll go ahead and guess, but I'm going to guess after you, and I'm going to guess after our viewers. So trivia.
Just budget.
We're just going to start with budget.
Okay.
So audience, what do you think the budget of this movie was? In US dollars, please.
I'm gonna say it was 06. It's gonna be a comfortable $15 million.
Yes, and by the way, our rules are Price is Right, which is the closest without going over. Can you give a good example of that?
Say
Based off your guess, since it was $15 million.
Oh yeah. So if the actual budget of the movie was $14,900,000, then I'd lose because I'm guessing $15 million, so I'm over.
Yep.
If someone guessed $14 million and another person guessed $14,001, then $14,001 would be correct because they are closest without going over. It's almost like you never watched The Price is Right. I'm shocked how long it took you to finally learn what Price is Right rules are.
I got it.
Well, there's a lot of episodes that are out in the ether that you can listen to where people argue about Price is Right rules.
So we get $65,000.
$65,000?
No.
Get closer to that.
$655K. So I think the budget was $30 million.
Oh God. Okay.
So let's find the budget. Are you guys ready? The actual budget is $30 million.
So you're a fucking cheater. So I win. Because you cheated.
Okay, I just spoiled this for me, but you and chat can go at this. What is the opening week's box office? This went to box office. What is opening week's box office?
I'm going to say $150,000.
Opening weekend, USA, $9 million.
Oh my god. $9 million?
$64,880 as of the 5th of March, 2006. $9 million. $9 million opening weekend. Opening weekend.
That's so much.
That's a lot of money.
That's so much money.
That's basically a third of the money in one weekend. Opening weekend. Third of the money. Right back.
And then they didn't make any money second weekend.
You don't know that. Winner, chicken dinner. Boom.
Yeah. I said you'd be right.
Okay, so can you guess?
There's no way this movie made a fucking profit.
Okay, now you're going to guess the gross earnings.
$9.5 million.
Gross earnings. So, box office
Worldwide?
opening weekend. USA. USA. Gross earnings USA. And I also have cumulative worldwide gross. So we're going to do two. So we're going to do USA gross and worldwide gross. So 2 guesses in a row.
My U.S. gross is going to be $33 million.
Okay,
$33
and your
million.
worldwide?
And my worldwide is going to be $80 million.
Okay.
Oh, I'm really off, huh?
Okay.
He's smiling immediately.
I just think it's interesting.
Uh-huh.
The gross amount in the USA.
It's going to be 9.5.
$18.5 million.
Motherfucker.
$18.5 million overall. So like the opening weekend was like amazing, and then after that it was like
totally
holy
right.
shit, no one needs to watch this movie.
I was totally fucking right.
So they literally earned half of their total profits in 2 days, and that was it.
I was totally right. Does worldwide gross include U.S., or is it everything outside the U.S.?
It's cumulative worldwide gross.
Okay.
So it includes US.
Okay.
Cumulative is $31 million.
My God. So it made a profit.
It made a fucking profit of $1,070,211.
Big ups to the writers, directors, producers, movie execs that are responsible for Ultraviolet. They made a profit of $1 million, and they were furious about it, that it only made $1 million.
I know.
Fuck those people. That movie was trash. That movie was garbage. It was $30 million budget. Was it for that?
Yep.
That's offensive. That's ridiculous.
Because they had some poor soul.
We've seen better CGI with like $5 million budgets on this fucking show.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
That were later.
Yep. Okay, we got another question here. We got a score on IMDb. What was the IMDb score? 0 out of 10. 1 decimal place. What is the IMDb score of this movie?
4.
We got a 4.
4 even.
All right, the real answer is 4.4.
Motherfucker.
Good job. It's a 4.4.
All right, we'll see ya.
Okay, you were right. You recognize the child from other movies, or maybe from other things.
I just said that I've seen him in other movies.
So
what is he in?
Can you list any one of the 6 famous, well, I would say 5 famous movies and 1 famous TV show he's been in?
No.
Just try.
2006.
One is a very famous franchise.
X-Men. Spider-Man. Avengers. The Dark Knight trilogy.
Okay, I'll give you one more guess. You had, I said 6, so you have Avengers as 1,
Yeah.
X-Men as 1,
Spider-Man.
Dark Knight, Spider-Man.
Yeah, those were my 4.
You have 2 more.
Movie franchises?
The question is, what other movies / TV shows was the child who was number 6 in this movie? What was he in?
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men
How I Met Your Mother.
and How I Met Your Mother. Okay, you have your 6.
Well, I know he was in Dark Knight.
Yeah, we're just looking at the kid actor.
That's not the kid. That's
know.
that's Garth.
It is Garth.
You just said we were looking. What the fuck is going on? What is this?
We are trying to get the child's...
Oh, you're about to start that. I'm finishing the. Can you get me a fucking seltzer, please? No. Yeah. Get me one.
Okay, when I come back with the seltzer, we'll reveal the answers.
You've got about 3.5 hours because Jeff is gonna fall down.
Almost did.
See, I was right. You almost did.
You got yourself a wild berry.
Want to watch something cool? Hang on.
That looks terrible for your teeth.
But what I used to also do is I would shake the can before so that it would shoot into my mouth when it cracked open, straight in. And then I'd look at the first person that looked like shocked that I did it, because clearly they hadn't been around me enough. And I'd like mist spit into their face. And I did it to people I didn't know.
That sounds terrible.
It was probably terrible for those people.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, what did you just do? There's one I specifically remember where I did it. And it was this like poor girl. It's like showed up like, I was like a senior or a super senior in college. And there's this like freshman kid like who we started being friends with. Brought like some freshman girl also. And she saw me do that. And she was shocked, so I did like a picture like a Triple H like mist right in her face, and she was like, "What was that?" I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And I took another sip of the drink and did it again right in her face, and she was like, "What is happening?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And I just took another sip, and instead of missing it, I just spit the beer in her face.
That's so bad.
Just spit it in her
That's so
face.
mean.
And like she didn't know what to do, and I was like, I'll stop. And then the person who brought her there was like,
That's so mean.
I heard
you
him.
Spit her in her face.
It was in good spirits though. No. It wasn't like an aggressive thing like I'm establishing dominance. It was just funny. So this poor girl. No, it's terrible. It's terrible. And if someone spit in my face, I'd be shocked too. But
hold on, guys.
But she's sitting there. Go ahead, do it. Do it. See, I don't care. If you can't take it, then you can't give it. And I can take it for sure. See, I knew it was coming, and I don't care. He legitimately spit in my face, folks. It's there.
That's so bad. I see it like all on your face.
I don't fucking care. I did it. I've done it. So I can't be like upset that you did it, especially from a friend.
I honestly don't know how to react right now. I'm
I
lost.
almost did it to you.
I'm
almost
lost.
just did it
well,
to you.
Technically I did, so it would be.
No, I wouldn't do that to you because I respect you.
Well, likewise, but still, it's like I almost like didn't believe like that you like
didn't believe that I would just take it, or didn't believe that I did it.
Yes.
Come on,
I kind of believe that you did it because I could see like
you could see me doing it.
What?
Well, that's what we used to do too. It's like when it originated from like being surprised about something.
Okay, so let's keep going with trivia here because we've gotten a little off course.
Yeah, we've been talking about me spitting in people's faces.
Here are the list of movies / TV shows that this child actor, number 6, has been in. Mostly, it has been the very famous Twilight series.
Is he like a werewolf?
I don't know. He's just been in the Twilight series.
Okay. We don't need to go into detail.
He's been in a famous, pretty sure it's Ashton Kutcher movie from 2004. Can you name it? It's an effect.
Special.
The Butterfly Effect.
Oh my god. Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
The famous TV show is Stargate SG-1.
Wow.
And the famous franchise is, you got it right, X-Men.
I just picked one out.
Specifically, X-Men: The Last Stand.
Oh, the one that everyone loves. It's the best X-Men they ever
It
made.
is, actually. All right, let's dive in here to the trivia.
We weren't on trivia yet?
This was personal trivia / just general trivia about
Okay.
this movie. So, on IMDb here, we're at trivia.
Okay.
There are 31 trivia entries. 31 trivia entries.
All right, Elmer. Go ahead.
The main actress, Mila Jovovich.
Jovovich.
How does she feel about this film?
Is this a yes, no? Does she love it or not?
Sure, it'll be a true false. Does she like this movie or does she hate this movie?
I think she likes this movie. I think she actually does.
Mila Jovovich. Jovovich. Has disowned the film. Drink. Yes, good drink. She has disowned the film.
I know the rules to the game. It might be like I'm fucking myself up on purpose to drink.
All right. This is not. I'm not gonna edit this into trivia. I'm just gonna read this because while I was reading the first half of this is a long entry.
Okay.
I was amazed.
All right.
Against the wishes of director Kurt Wimmer, the film was completely re-edited by the studio
Oh my god.
after they saw the original version. Version.
After they saw the original Virgin.
That they did not like.
Eve, you can't be doing that. You're supposed to be the original Virgin. You can't just be fucking Adam. You can't do it.
You can't do it.
Every studio exec is like a shitty British. You can't do it. Listen, I understand. You're horny. You want to fuck?
do it.
You can't do it.
You see, Garth here, you can't do it. It's not right.
Listen to God.
Listen, lad, it's
Listen.
not right. You
Listen to
can't.
God. It's all right. It's all right to not fuck. All right.
It's only natural. Okay,
Fornication's a sin, right, love?
so
Yeah.
all right. The film was completely rated by the studio after they saw the original version, which they apparently did not like. They saw it as too emotional for the action film they were expecting and re-edited it so there would be more of an emphasis on the action and to cut it down from a PG-13 rating. The addition
Down to like a PG?
PG-13
Or down to a PG-13?
down to a PG-13.
Okay.
The addition shortened the film from its original length of 120 minutes, so 2 hours,
Yeah.
to 88 minutes, a little under an hour and a half.
Okay, so we went from...
A 2-hour film.
Is
no,
that
it's
done
not
yet?
done.
Oh, we're
The
still
director was quite angry
Should I
about
be
the
taking
addition,
notes?
and many fans agreed that it lowered the quality of the film significantly. An extended version of the film was later released with 6 additional minutes, increasing the runtime to 94 minutes.
That's just simple math.
Yeah. So just a wow on that
Is
one.
that it? Is that
That
the
is
end?
the trivia.
Okay, so there's 2 options, right? It's either the film was so aggressively sexual, made by like a European, that they were like, we can't release this in American films, like theaters. We can't do it,
Okay.
right? So they have to cut it down. That's really the dream, because it went from 120 minutes to 88 minutes, which means like 32 minutes was just hardcore Mila Jovovich like fuck scenes, which would have been nuts.
Literally.
The other thing I'm thinking is there was even more shitty CGI that they just sort of cut out, and they were like, we don't have the money.
I would hope that most of what they cut was between the scene where there's the half circle of 700 guys and the merry-go-rounds.
I just want to keep like my own like idea of it, where it was like
It was
they
very
just cut
sexual.
out. Yeah, I think it was genuinely very sexual. I think that's what was happening.
So I have a true-false. Did the director of the movie get punched in the face by Mila?
Yes.
True or false?
Yes. Yes.
True?
Got punched.
You are both correct. While on set,
So you drink.
I did. I kind of did. Kurt Wimmer asked.
Well, I want a full enthusiasm. Come on. We're trying to make a show here.
Kurt Wimmer asked Mila Jovovich to punch him in order to get a feel for the intensity she was putting in her action sequences. For the next several days, Wimmer directed the film with a black eye. Sir, in the front.
What? The fuck? Does that mean... What?
He was like, hey, punch me in the face. I want to know how serious you are.
That is the most pretentious bullshit, like, faux actor nonsense. Or faux director nonsense I've ever heard in my life. I want to feel your pain. Punch me in the face. That is bullshit. Now I don't like the movie anymore. I liked it until you said that. Redeem this movie for me, Jeff. Come on.
Okay, I want you to come up with a theory for this movie right now. With 6. Let me give you a start to the theory, and let's see if you can be on the same mind track. So here's the start of this theory. The premise is that the child 6 is actually from the future. Let's see if you can finish this theory. This isn't a true false. This is if you get any detail right, I'll drink.
Okay, let's start it from the beginning. Let's start it.
6 is from the child is from the future.
Okay.
If you get any part of this theory right, I'll drink.
Okay. Here's the first idea that pops in my head. At the end of the movie, he's covered in frost because of some weird sort of time-traveling bullshit. Are you going to stop me when I get something right?
I'll drink when you get something right.
So that's not right. He kind of looks like Mila Jovovich, so it's actually her.
No.
The writer of the movie was French.
Nope. This has to do with the actual, like, what happened in the movie.
Oh, I don't remember shit.
You did. You did the whole plot synopsis.
Well, now I don't. You put it truly in me, and now I'm done. Gosh darn. I'll take one more guess here. It has something to do with Garth.
Nope.
All right. Well, fuck it.
Okay, so the theory is that 6 is from the future. Oh, wait. Whoa.
Did you read it wrong?
I did.
So you have to
I
drink.
gotta drink. Holy shit.
This motherfucker's making me drink.
Okay, in this theory, the character of 6 is actually Violet from the future, who comes back after a cure for hemoglophagia has been developed.
But it's a boy.
This explains how 6 has a cure and nobody else does. It also explains why Violet is so adamant about protecting a human.
It makes no sense, though.
Despite her goal in life to kill them all. Although she doesn't know 6 is from her future, she can just feel it. This theory also explains why 6 often disobeys Violet and leads where they go. Being Violet from the future, 6 remembers how things happened in the original timeline and can prevent them from occurring this time around.
No.
I hate that theory.
I agree.
I don't think
I
it's
totally
true.
agree. I totally agree.
Okay, here we go. Is Ultraviolet a comic book?
Yes.
Ultraviolet was not a comic book. Okay, here's another question. Was this made into a book? Is Ultraviolet actually a book?
No.
No?
I hate you.
Why? The book is a real thing. So drink.
I said no.
So drink.
Ah, beans.
A novelization of the film was written by Yvonne Navarro with more backstory and character development. The book differs from the film in a number of ways, including a more ambiguous ending and the removal of some of the more improbable plot twists.
Which plot twists were improbable in this film?
I don't know.
I don't remember a single one that wasn't improbable.
The novel retains the plot development that was removed from the original cut of the film. So if we had seen the original cut, maybe there was some other twist that actually happened.
It's confusing to me because everything made perfect sense to me anyway.
It did. But maybe the original cut was... Maybe the original cut had, like, the bad guy saying different things. I don't know. Or maybe it had a different twist. Okay. 6 refers to Violet as Vi in In Roman numerals, Vi is what number?
Vi?
Yeah.
5? In
Vi.
French?
Vi. No, in Roman numerals.
Oh, 5.
Vi.
Oh, 6.
V-I.
Oh, okay. 6 then, yeah.
Correct. So 6 referred to Violet as 6.
Dun dun dun.
Spooky. Welcome to the crypt. That's so dumb. Remember when we started this and I said, like, I liked it and then I didn't like it and then I liked it again?
Yeah. Do you not like it now?
The more you tell me about, like, what the person who dreamed this waking nightmare truly wanted, it makes me want to hate this fucking movie. It's like this guy was an idiot.
Did Jovovich...
Mila?
Yep.
Oh,
Did
that's
she
my
see her performance before the film was...
Absolutely not.
Correct. I'll drink. You
That
said
one's
6
too
to
easy.
the last answer,
Obviously,
which is
she didn't
correct.
see it.
She says, according to Rotten Tomatoes, Jovovich was not pleased with the PG-13 rated release print. She stated she had been locked out of discussions of the film in the editing stages and had
She
not,
wanted the R rating where they show all her tits and full vag.
and had not been allowed to see her own performance, which she felt might have been improved if she had some input.
Performance in quotes. Yeah, she wanted the full frontal nudity, and they cut it out. That was what the 32 minutes were, right? Right?
What do you call the
He's
mix?
not even answering.
What do you call the mix of gunfighting and martial arts
I know this.
in this movie?
I know this.
What is it?
I know this
What is
answer verbatim. I know
What is it?
exactly what it's called.
What is it?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it right now. Here's what I'm going to do. Don't look. I'm going to write it down. Okay? Here, take my phone too. Know that I'm not cheating. Hold my phone. I'm not cheating. It is now
I
written.
don't know what I did.
It's all right. I've written it down on the page that's after this. Don't flip it. Don't flip it. Wait, no, don't flip it.
And my time limit's
Don't-
already gone off. You're correct. I'll drink.
It's the stupidest term ever.
Grab it your phone.
Um,
The term is called gunkata.
Gunkata.
Now, can you tell me who was developed by and for what movie?
oh, well, that's a great question. No. No, I can't do that. Which is technically a correct answer. Who invented gunkata?
The director,
The director?
Kurt Wimmer.
Invented gunkata.
Yes, he did. For his movie, Equilibrium, 2002.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Well, first off, gunkata is the dumbest thing I've ever heard ever.
Yep.
And
Now,
there are videos where people are practicing gunkata where they're just going, whoosh, 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 but they're holding like fake pistols in their hands. And it's like, you must use the gun as an extension of your arm. It must be a part of your body. But it's a pistol, so it just goes out like this much further. It goes out like an inch further than your finger. Just use your fucking fist, you fucking idiot. Like, jump a little bit. Like, god damn, you're so stupid.
okay, what year did this movie take place? Not like when it was filmed. What was the context year of this film?
2050?
Great answer. All right, the film takes place in the year 2076.
It's not so bad then, my guess.
It's not so bad, but that means you got to drink.
Why? Why do I have to drink?
Because you were very far away.
That wasn't far away.
You were 26 years away.
Are you fucking
You're
fucking
making me-
serious?
You're making me drink a 7 point.
I'm gonna spit
beer.
seltzer in your face the next time I
Then
get a
just-
seltzer.
What were they called? The Asian race, Chinois,
The blood chinois.
blood Chinois.
Yeah.
So this fictional race, blood Chinois,
They're
was
Chinese
the
vampires.
was the language they were speaking real or fake?
Absolutely fake. Totally fake.
Okay, I'll drink.
So yeah, I was right. That was just bullshit
It's
and like
fake.
gibberish.
Can you name the movie that she that Mila Jovovich had to learn this fake language. Name the other sci-fi movies she had to use this in.
The Fifth Element. That was an easy one.
What company? So this is on the basis of the printed phones.
Okay.
What company?
Bell.
What company has demonstrated the ability to create functional circuit boards using printer technology? Very famous printer company.
Xerox.
The answer is not Star Trek.
Xerox.
No. So drink.
Hewlett Packard.
Also no. You're gonna be like, God dang it, when I say the answer.
No. I won't. Because I'll just drink.
The answer is Epson.
Oh, who gives a fucking shit about Epson?
What is the first line in this movie?
It's like a story that you've heard before. Is like the first line in this movie. Something like that.
Nope. One more guess.
I'm not gonna guess again because that's clearly what it was.
Nope.
I'm definitely right, even though you're reading what it is.
Maybe that's not the right question. What is Violet's first line in the movie?
She reads it in voiceover. She says X 154 courier.
Violet's first drink. Violet's first line in the film, "My name is Violet." In Violet's opening narration is a nod to the what sequel where her character said, "My name is Alice."
That would be Resident Evil.
Correct. So drink and I'll drink.
So go fuck yourself.
What did
you think you were gonna get me on the Resident Evil one?
A little bit. The lead vampire guy, the one that was clearly foreign.
The white, all white, everything.
Yes. Okay. That guy.
Garth.
Was he in? No, not Garth. The other guy, in the white. He was the vampire.
Oh, the vampire guy.
The other guy.
The French guy.
Was he in another film?
No.
Correct.
Oh, I can't believe I was right.
This film would be French model Sébastien Andreau's first American film production and be his last feature film as an actor.
First and only.
What
Fucker.
Resident Evil movie did Mila Jovovich star in?
Literally every single one of them. She's the main lead in every Resident Evil movie.
What would be the point? ? Blank ? Mila Jovovich starred in Resident Evil. Blank.
Jeff. I don't understand the question.
I fucked up. I think I went back to Google Chrome, maybe? I don't know. Navigate me back. Which Resident Evil is referenced here?
All of them.
Retribution.
Mila Jovovich is in every single Resident Evil movie.
What would be the point? Movie. Retribution? Mila Jovovich also starred in Resident Evil Retribution.
I need you to drink because Mila Jovovich is the main character in every Resident Evil movie.
Okay, I have to read this.
You don't have to read it. You can just skip it.
Look how long this one is.
Yeah, and that's one you skip. That's when you
Look how long the next one is.
Then you skip it.
Oh my god, it's a whole fucking
skip
essay.
It. That's a bad trivia. That's a bad trivia, bud. When it's an essay, you don't do it.
That's the last one. Maybe there's a question in here.
We can just do random thoughts at this point.
Okay, let's do random thoughts. And now it's time for random thoughts, folks.
You gotta sing it in.
It's time for random thoughts on this show, yeah, baby. It's time for the thoughts that are random. It's time for random thoughts on this show, yeah, baby. Let's dive some thoughts. What did we think? Yeah.
Love it. Is that it?
Yep.
Is there more?
No.
Okay. First random thought.
from the Notebook. You told me to write this down. Nose filters.
Okay, yes, I really want to talk about this. Okay.
Talk about nose filters.
So
So
on Shark Tank,
strap in, because it's going to take about 15 minutes.
on Shark Tank some time ago,
Oh, God.
there was, okay, you have your standard, face masks. That would be, three...
Like a surgical mask?
Yeah, they're like...
Like the paper?
Well, you have those. Then you have, the 3M, where they have the little metal...
Yeah, where it
bendy
clips it
thing
down.
over your
But it's
nose.
still the paper.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
sorts. So, someone went on Shark Tank with nose filters
Yeah. Go ahead.
that
keep
you,
going.
stick onto your nose.
And clip?
No, I don't think you clip them. I think you just stick them, up into your nose or, onto your nose flaps. And it's a nose filter equivalent of the others. Nose flaps? Is that what you're raising? Okay. You know what I mean.
What's a nose flap?
It's between the middle part of your nose and one nostril, and the outside of a nostril.
Like
Yeah.
these?
Yeah. You stick them
Okay.
there. You just stick them on. I don't know if it's into your nose or onto your nose. In or on? I'm not sure. I think it's just a mesh thing.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
So he went on Shark Tank, and I think some shark got it, or I'm pretty sure one shark bought it.
Put some percentage into an events.
Yeah, like it's a thing now. And that was not in 2006. That was
For sure. I don't think Shark Tank the show existed in 2000.
No, so I think this inspired a real life thing.
I don't think anyone's been inspired by Mila Jovovich ever. Unless they wanted to just crank a shank
I don't know.
and yank a dank.
Crank a wank.
Yeah, unless they were like, oh, I saw her butt, so I'm just going to yank a dank. And watch out, because I might shank up a brank.
So...
Yeah, so...
That's what I wanted to say about nose filters. That it's actually a real life
So
thing.
you just want to talk about the Shark Tank thing and how it's a real actualized thing.
In that, what they always say is sci-fi predicts real-fi.
The next note I got here is what makes this movie actually worth your time.
Okay.
Hemophage.
Yep.
That's what they call the mutants, right?
Correct.
So if you were to break down hemophage into its actual words, hemo means blood, and
Okay.
phage means eater.
So it's a blood eater.
A blood eater. And then you learn that these hemophages have to get blood transfusions from humans to stay alive. So they are literal blood eaters.
They're vampires.
They are vampires.
It's a vampire.
It's actually creative and intelligent, the actual usage of the word.
Good job.
So that was probably the most creative part of the entire film. Was just that one term. Literally one word
Love it.
was the creative part of the movie. Everything else was ass trash garbage. The color scheme in the movie,
Yeah.
very, very aggressive. It was either yellow or red or violet. It was blue.
Yeah.
We want to play any guesses on why? It was either just red or
'Cause it had
just
a blue
yellow
filter.
or just blue.
Or a red filter.
'Cause
Or
it
a
was
yellow
a fucking
filter.
green screen,
Yeah.
and those were the easiest ones to just maximize on your RGB filter.
Love it.
So it was clearly Mila Jovovich standing in front of a green screen, and then the director said, I want it to be this color this time because that'll make it interesting, because she's been in
This color or that color.
She's been
or
in
that.
this color or that color for the past 5 minutes, and it needs to change. And then she's clearly wearing green. She's wearing green leather so that they can computer change her color, and it looks cool. Only for a couple scenes. And then right after that scene where the color changes, like mid-scene, she's in leather again. And it's either red or yellow or blue.
Yeah.
Right? So here's what we got going on, right? You have a director who, for some weird reason, is sexually attracted to Mila Jovovich, which makes no sense. See that? That is the face of someone that every person ever wants to fuck, right?
Sure. We'll just say yes, even though I actually disagree.
Look at how tired her eyes are. I want to fuck her. Right? It's very obvious that they did cheap CGI, and when they had the chance to like look cool, it was just because they worked in a green screen, including her tired ass eyes. Those are green.
Smooth.
Those are green.
Though, smooth.
Her eyes look tired. The rest of her looks like an Instagram filter. That's
Keep
what
going.
That's when I think of sexy mom warrior. That's what I think of.
Sure.
There is a direct quote from Mila Jovovich on the subway with the kid. She looks at the kid and goes,
Perfect.
"Suffer no delusions. I will kill you if I want to."
She also says,
And
park it right here.
She does. But I've actually heard my dad say "park it" to me to like sit down. I've never heard my dad say "suffer no delusions."
No, I haven't either.
That is the most European I'm pretending to be English speaking ever. Suffer no delusions. I will kill you. I've never been
If you
less...
put that in like AP Lang,
I've never
could you
been
imagine?
I've never
Your
been
score would be an immediate 10 out of 10.
I've never been less intimidated in my life. Suffer no delusions. My next thing is 12 vampire heads cut off in 1 second.
It's a great scene.
The best scene in the movie.
She was just like,
She literally pulls out a sword and decapitates 12 people in 1 second. If you haven't seen it tonight, go watch it. It's great. Don't want to talk about it. You have to experience it for yourself, because you will not believe us when we say it is the most amazing scene in a film ever.
ever.
Here's the next one. This is not a line. This is an actual question that uses a word from the film.
Okay.
Kind of skipped over it in plot synopsis. But it's when it's Mila Jovovich surrounded by all those people.
Mm-hmm.
She calls them something. And
I
this is
missed
what
it.
my question is. She calls every soldier behind Daxus a term. And I'm going to ask you what that term is. What is emancipal?
It is a disciple that is a man. A man-ciple.
What is emancipal?
It's a man-ciple. They're disciples because there's a Christian cross. That's exactly...
There certainly is.
What it is.
It's emancipal. What is emancipal?
It's like a mandible, but disciple.
It's like on your mouth. It chews, but it's for God.
It's discipled.
No, it's for God. So it's your whole soul and your whole spirit.
It's for God. Okay, next one. Let's go.
We can't skip over
It's
emancipal.
12:30.
Daxus in the room when he's about to fight Mila Jovovich. He says, "It is on." Spoken
It's like
English.
he's learning conjunctions.
No, he's no concept of conjunctions. Because he said, "It is on." The fact that she goes to a payphone and she pulls out a slip of paper and folds it into something and dials a number.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, why doesn't the machine pre-fold the paper? She had to fold it herself.
still got to do something. It's
No,
not perfect.
no. Yeah, of course she has to do something for the movie, but
It's only 2076, okay? It's not 2080.
In the universe of the film, the machine could have easily pre-folded that paper.
It's only 2080.
Why did she have to fold the paper, Jeff?
It's not 2080 yet. It's
Why
only
did she have to fold the paper?
Because it's only 2076. It's not 2080.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's reasons.
It's literally a machine that prints a phone.
It's only 2080.
But you still have to fold the phone down.
It's only 2076. Next answer.
I think I'm right on
Next
this.
random thought.
The last random thought is the amount of times they used the word antagonist in the movie.
Was so many times.
Well, it's especially involved with the fact that there's certain blood that rejects the virus, and they call it the antagonist of the virus.
Would you recommend this movie, Alex, to be watched by somebody? I don't know if you'd recommend it to be watched by somebody. Alex, would you recommend this movie?
You're not doing a third verse? I expected better from you, Jeff. I thought you'd
Would
sing...
you recommend this movie to somebody else? 'Cause I don't know if you would do it. Would you recommend it now? Would you recommend this movie, Alex? Ultraviolet?
It's less of a verse and more of a chorus. I was expecting another verse.
Okay. It is what it is.
Okay.
That's my song. It's my jam. It's what I have.
I'll be nice and simple. This movie was shit and a lot of fun, and absolutely I'd recommend it. It's
Great.
It's stupid. It's stupid fun. It's a lot
Great.
of fun. For sure. Recommend. Yes.
Yeah.
Jeff, would you recommend Ultraviolet?
Absolutely. This was fun. This was terribly fun. And I think the greatest part was that hand-tracked piece with the motorcycle there.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was amazing.
Great.
Amazingly terrible.
Loved
And
it.
needs to be watched by everyone.
Yeah. Check it out. Check out Ultraviolet in your nearest movie theater.
Never.
Go back in time 13 years and take a look at Mila Jovovich's breakout role of Ultraviolet,
Yep.
where you see her butt, her naked butt. How rad is that? How often do you see a naked white woman's butt? It's not bad. He's for wanting to see the butt. You're gonna see the butt.
Just because I know.
He knows the exact time code of the butt.
No, I know.
Who hasn't just like seen Mila Jovovich's butt and been like,
I would say most people. Whoa, I missed that. Same day I lost my husband in Future.
I think the butt's before this.
I know. I can't.
Yeah, it's before the loss of a child. Yeah, you can't like jerk off after you realize the child's
Wait, this is
gone.
credits.
Oh, right here. You're gonna see the butt right here. Jeff's got it. Butt, ass, Mila ass.
It's just very dark. Would you say it's ultraviolet?
I would, and I'd also say it's porno guitar. No, don't move it. I'm trying to look at Mila Jovovich ass. Anyway, did we say that we would watch this movie again?
I like monkeys whimpering.
That's a weird sentence. Would you recommend this movie? We already did this.
I would recommend this movie because it was fun and very action filled.
Yeah.
And also terrible in the laughable sense. So yeah, I would recommend this movie. It's a great time. It's a good time. It's a good time. This movie is a good time. I had a good time. I think you'd have a good time watching this movie in any sense of watching this movie.
Yeah, I could see myself watching this movie by myself and having fun.
Because it's so ridiculous.
Absolutely.
All right. This has been the ABC's Bad Movies with Alex and Hefe, and we hope you enjoyed our version of the letter U here, and it was Ultraviolet, and you're Ultraviolet, and we'll see you next time for the letter V. V for
Very, very
good movie.
Yes, for some reason I am vampire today.
All right. Bye.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Bye. Bye.